Okay, so what's going on, everybody in the Free Game Nation? I gotta welcome y'all back to the classroom. I am Professor Joe Casey, aka Mr. Free Game, and before I get this thing popping, I gotta extend an invitation to anybody who wanna join the Free Game Nation. And all you gotta do, man, is just hit that like button, and if you ain't subscribed, press that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you can get these videos whenever because going into 2021, we're gonna try to get on the schedule. We're gonna try to get. We want to do 8 a.m. shows and 2 p.m. shows. We want to do 8 and 2. We want to do 2 shows a day, 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. But being the type of dude I am, and being in the type of situations and involvements that I be in, sometimes, I can't just stop, go to the studio and I'm not going to pre-do the shows. I could stack up the shows, but, I like to do my shows fresh. I like to do my shows whenever I feel like just coming in and talking to y'all. So every time I come and I talk to y'all, I got a fresh piece of game on y'all. I don't want to just be sitting in the studio trying to manufacture shit I want to say to y'all because every day is something new that I want to say. So, I can't preset the shows. I could do it, but I don't want to do it because it'll take away from the authenticity. It'll take it'll take away from the uniqueness. You know what I'm saying? I've been drinking. It's the day after Christmas Eve. You guys gonna have to, excuse the hangover. You're gonna have to excuse all this bullshit that I got going on right now. But I say, I gotta get in here. I gotta do this show because a Patreon subscriber, he hit me up and he was like, Professor, first off, and before I even get to this, what I'm saying, just 10 seconds. I can't let you motherfuckers take a mile when I give y'all an inch. Now, you hit me up, you say, okay, bam, what you think about the Collier video? I did that. Then you threw like 3 more videos at me, bro. You threw 3 goddamn videos. Look, I'm gonna do this last video. You a Patreon subscriber, I fuck with you, but we not gonna make this channel about Professor Joe Casey critiquing other dating coaches. We just not gonna do that. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got to come with some new shit now. Stop asking me about these other niggas, man. I really don't care about the other niggas like that. Now, I'm gonna do this video because you hit me about something that I kind of wanted to talk about when the shit happened. But I said, fuck that shit. I let it go. But seeing that, a supporter hit me up and asked me about it, I said, okay, let me talk about it. And speaking of support, I need everybody, you know what I'm saying, in the Free Game Nation, man. Stop, hit that Cash App, $ Free Game Show 2020. Bless the ministry with $1. That's all I ask. Every time you come into the classroom, just drop $1 in that offering plate, man. So, we can keep this shit going. I got the book. My first book is dropping in January, and, trying to put the promotion together for that. Also, I have a fatherless child program that I'm getting ready to start in my community. And we're gonna put the GoFundMe up for that. I got 10 other leaders I'm working with, man. If you guys want to be a part of that, the main purpose of this program, this outreach program for the youth, is to have a place every weekend. Not only do we let people bring they sons so their sons can get taught art classes, so their sons can get taught how to box, so their sons can get taught how to do acrobatics on trampolines and shit. We trying to put together some real big shit. But the most important part of this program is we trying to raise kids up. So 20 years from now, these kids are helping the community instead of pulling guns out on people. So, if you want to be a part of that, man, holla at the professor. And, man, any type of donation, don't donate to my Cash App for that. I'm going to start a GoFundMe. I'm going to start something so you guys can see where all that money going. And when we start buying shit, we're going to show you guys what we are buying for these kids. We want to buy these kids go-karts. We want to buy trampolines. We want to get some land. We want to get some buildings. We want to make this shit official so, these kids can come and learn masculinity and manhood from true official players. So that's coming in 2021. But let me go ahead and get into this thing, man. Dude hit me up. He was asking me about what I thought about the Kevin Samuels nigga. You know what I'm saying? The shit that went down with the little baby, man, the Youre Average at best. He made that into like a slogan. Dude, he actually need to put that on a t-shirt. He actually need to put that on a t-shirt. And I know what you was thinking when you asked me this question. You asked me this question so I can shit on this girl for asking Kevin Samuels how can she get a 6-figure dude. But no, I'm not gonna do that. Because Kevin Samuels is supposed to be a dating coach. He's supposed to be a dating coach. You understand? So as a dating coach, he was supposed to give this girl some game to help this girl accomplish her mission. I hate when people say I'm not a miracle worker as dating coaches because that's your profession. See, if somebody didn't need miracles, they wouldn't come to a dating coach. You come to the professor's gonna give you the miracle, but I'm gonna give you the recipe for the miracle. Anything can happen. Now, you may not like the recipe, but the recipe is gonna be designed to get the shit that you want accomplished to be accomplished. So, before I even go into this thing, I just want to play the video, the infamous video. Probably about 2 minutes of this infamous video, so you guys can see what Kevin Samuels and this young lady interaction was, and what the professor think he fucked up, while everybody else in the manosphere think that he's the man for that. So here's a little clip of the infamous video where Kevin Samuels let his nuts hang like a piece without a chain on this little baby who came to him for some information. Roll that shit, man.
I honestly want a six-figure guy, is what I'm realizing.
And ma'am, and that's my point. You ladies all feel like, listen, you ladies all feel like you're the exception to the rule. And then when someone like myself comes along and gives you a dose of reality, instead of just accepting it, it's like, yeah, but I'm special. You don't know any men on this level that are not your father, that aren't related to you. That means you don't know these men. You don't know where to go get them. You don't know what they want. But you're still saying, pick me. They don't want mid-30-year-old baby mamas. I'm trying to be polite, man, but they don't want those.
Can I ask you a question?
Did you hear what I said?
Yes.
Why is that so? Okay, go ahead.
Why is it so little?
Go ahead.
From my point of view, I feel like I get what you're saying. They do have better options, but also those better options are younger girls. Those younger girls don't necessarily 20-year-olds are not necessarily attracted to 45-year-olds.
Bullshit. I'm 51 and I can't beat them off with a stick. That's another one of you lies. No, younger women are attracted to older men. What are you talking about?
So can you see me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So do you feel like a woman like me?
Uh-huh. What would you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? You cannot use 7.
Would I rate myself?
Just your face.
My face when I wake up, 5, but when I put myself together, 6.
Okay. And how tall are you?
5'5".
Dress size.
I'm sorry?
Your dress size.
A 3.
Okay. So that makes you, if you give yourself a 5, that's average.
Yes.
So average looking women tend not to get high earning men. They tend to get average men.
So,
stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Breathe and digest. You're 35 years old and you can look around and see the world. You don't tend to see higher earning men with average looking women off rip. If you do see them, they got their average looking woman when they were both really young and he built his way up. But a man earning the kind of money you're talking about does not go for an average looking woman.
I mean, my body is not average, so.
But ma'am, you please don't make me say it.
Say what? I really just wanted some advice. I love your.
I'm giving you advice, but you're not taking it. The advice is, ma'am, you're average looking at best.
I'm taking it in, but.
Okay, but you're not accepting the fact that, okay. Average looking women. Average looking woman who's older. Average looking older woman with a 13-year-old son. Average looking woman with a 13-year-old son with a sketchy baby daddy. This gets worse every time I say something. And now you're asking for a man who's in the top 10% of men. You don't qualify for one. And you're making, I don't want to have to go there, but when you put in all these other factors, why can't you just get a man that's an average guy?
Sometimes I feel like in order to fully submit, I have to feel like he's in.
Well, then you're gonna die alone. How about that? Let me just cut to the chase, ma'am. You can feel like what you want to, but women like you die alone, straight up, because you think you're better than the men that you qualify for. And the only reason, honestly, ma'am, that I can see a woman like yourself really thinking you deserve more is because you earn more money than most people around you in North Carolina. But if your ass worked at the post office, you would not think so highly of your opportunities.
Okay, cool. Bam. Now, look. Whenever you go to somebody who's supposed to be an expert, they should never tell you what you can't do, or even worse, advise you to settle for less than what you truly desire. The expert job is to lay out a blueprint. Now, the blueprint may not be a pleasurable path to accomplishing your goals, but at minimum, it should be a realistic means. A realistic means. The blueprint should always be realistic. I don't care if you're an incel. I don't care if you're a fat bitch trying to get you a basketball baller in the NBA. I don't care what you is. If you come to somebody for advice, the blueprint they give you should be a realistic means to accomplishing the goals of that specific student. You know what I mean? And Kevin Samuels, he let a great opportunity to show how elite of a dating coach he actually is to the whole world just slip through his hand just so he can pander to his red pill fan base. That's what he did. He pandered to the fan base. Now, do the professor disagree with the shit he was telling this lady? Yes and no. Now, on the base front, he was telling this lady, he gave this lady the full gospel. He was like, bitch, you average at best. You figured out you probably it'd be easier for you to get an average dude. You understand? But when he went to talking about dudes that you don't want females like you, he was wrong. He was wrong. I done seen the pimping send bitches out there with snagger tooth, with 3-4 teeth in their mouth, and they come back with the goddamn money. I done seen fat bitches. I done seen ballers. I done seen 6-figure niggas wife up females with 5 or 6 baby daddies. I done seen this shit. I done seen it. So he should have gave this girl some goofy game on how to get her goofy, because most of the dudes who make the 6 figures, they are goofies. They are goofies. Most of the dudes who make all this big baller money, they goofies. You don't really see too many players, endeavoring to make that type of money like that. That's why I did that video back in the days, The Curse of the Sexual Alpha. Once a man understands that it's easy for him to get sex, he's going to be less motivated to go out there and get all this other shit. Most of the dudes who motivated to go to school motherfucking 19 hours a day are dudes who don't have pussy just flying at them left and right. The average man to get too distracted and he'll fall off his path. That's why most motherfuckers go to college and they fuck up their college scholarships, because once they get around all that free, easy access to pussy, it's hard to focus on the schoolwork. So the type of dude she's looking for is very attainable for that average looking chick. He should have gave that girl some goofy game. See, that's the job of the pimping. The job of the pimping is to teach his hoes how to go out there and to finesse the goofies. But he looking at he gave that girl, he gave her personal game, like she was trying to holler at him. Maybe he wouldn't fuck with her like that. Maybe he'll say, hey, bitch, you average at best. I can go get at these young bitches. Why I'm gonna fuck with you? You know what I'm saying? But instead of him giving her game catered to her trying to approach him, he should have gave her game catered to her trying to approach some goofies. We're gonna get deep on this, man. We're gonna get deep on this because this is the job of a dating coach. Anybody come to me and they say, Professor, I'm trying to do this. I need your help. I'm going to give this person the blueprint. I'm not going to tell this person, hey, man, settle for this. I'm not going to tell that person, you can't do that. Man or woman. I'm just not going to do that. I'm going to give this person the game on how to finesse this shit. That's the power of the game. The game is the power to finesse what you desire. You know, you tag that shit up with the law of attraction, you can accomplish anything, man. And, you know, I think Kevin Samuels, he let a real great opportunity slip through his hands on this podcast. You figure it out? You know, he let a great opportunity to show how elite of a dating coach he actually is, just to pander to the majority of his male-based audience and a red pill mentality. I wouldn't have done that. I understand where there is a will, there is a way. Understand where there's a will, there's a way. I'd have told that bitch, I said, look here, man. All right, bam. You want you a 6-figure nigga, right? Cool. You make 6 figures, right? This is what you're going to have to do. You got to do what these hoes do when these hoes want a 6-figure dude. You're going to have to get you an internship. You're going to have to get in. You got to get your foot in the door any way you can at one of these companies where these motherfuckers work at. You're going to have to, if you want to get you an internship at a hospital, go get you an internship at a hospital. Go get you a spare degree so you can work at the hospital, so you can be around these goofy-ass doctors. Let me tell you something. One thing he was talking about, the young hoes love the older dudes with money. That's true. And he talk about, I got to beat him off with a stick. I got to beat him off with a stick. That's true. Because when these young hoes see these older niggas with money, they thinking, okay, that's easy tricking. It's easier to get an old dude to trick off than it is to get a dude they own age. So, yes, they want the older dudes who already got the success. It's easy tricking. So these goofies, they get tired of being the tricks all the time. See, a lot of these niggas don't want no trophy wives, man. That's lot of that's a lot of the older white man. They like the trophy wives. When you start talking about these other nationalities, they don't really want trophy bitches. They want to fuck them and get them out their hair. They'll take a bitch shopping. They'll do the sugar daddy shit, but they don't want to, like the professor. You dig? And you know, this coming from a nigga being a mackin'. Even as the mackin', I can't see myself settling down with no younger bitch. I don't have nothing in common with a bitch 20 years old. I'll fuck the dog shit out of a bitch 20 years old, bitch 18, 19. But I can't sit down and have no serious relationship with a bitch that young, because I don't, you know what I mean? We from two different goddamn generations. Especially 20 years from now, a nigga 60 and a nigga balling out of control. What the hell I'm gonna do with a 20-year-old bitch, man? What the hell I'm gonna do with a 30-year-old bitch? I'm gonna need a bitch that's 45, 50. I'm talking about if I'm 60 years old. And she gonna have to be a bad ass 45. She gonna have to be like a dime piece 45 years old. So this bitch here, she not bad looking. I just told that bitch, hey, look here, go to the gym, get you an internship. And when you meet one of these guys, you know, you develop a friendship with these guys, then you take the initiative, you invite one of their goofy ass out on a date. I done gave it a game. This is what these hoes do. See, you got hoes, they'll go to airports and they'll go to destinations that they want to go to, and they'll sit around waiting for somebody flying to that destination to try to holler at them. They'll go to these ball games. They'll fuck the security guard so they can get access to the locker room, or they'll fuck the assistant coach so they can get access to the superstar coach. See, these hoes, they know how to get their foot in the door. And once you can get your foot in the door, it's easy to get at the goofy. The hardest part about a female getting a goofy is getting the access. So all he had to do was just get his broad game on how she can get access to a goofy, and then get her the game to get the goofy. So that made me really question his credentials. I like, man, Kevin Samuels might not be the pimping. And it ain't hating, but this is just why I got to question how Kev handled the situation. Because he basically was telling the chick that she wanted a man out of her league, and on that, I have to strongly disagree. You know, he gave that woman personal game as if she was the woman trying to get at him, which kind of made me think that he might be the tricking, because he talking about all these younger bitches, he got to beat them off with a stick, and dudes who got money want younger bitches. Dude, that's tricking talk, bro. That's tricking fucking talk. Dudes who got money want to fuck younger bitches. Dudes do not want to be around a young, retarded, talking out her pussy ass bitch all the goddamn time who got money. You don't want that. You don't want to be worried about what this bitch doing and what type of plays this bitch on and all that shit. You will meet up and fuck a younger bitch, but older dudes who got money don't really want no younger bitches like that, bro. They just don't. You want a bitch who got something that you got in common with. You want a bitch that you can bond with, bro. If you a 50-year-old dude, you can't bond with no 20-year-old bitch, man. The only thing you can bond with a 20-year-old bitch on is on some tricking. You understand? Even if you the pimping, you know what I'm saying, and you got a 20-year-old bitch on your team, you don't want this bitch all in your face talking all the time. You gonna put that bitch on the stroll. You gonna work her. You understand? If you the macking and you hook up with a 20-year-old bitch and she breaking bread, you gonna bust a bite. You gonna let that little bitch bite. But it's real hard for a nigga to be macking 20-year-old bitches. It's real hard for you to be a 50-year-old dude and you got that 20-year-old bitch just breaking bread on you left and right. You know what I mean? Unless this bitch look like Precious. So, the older you get, the type of woman you deal with, they gonna age with you unless you are the tricking. Unless you are the tricking. Or you got some other, shit going on that, it's exceptions to every rule. I'm just gonna leave it like that. But, I gotta strongly disagree with the game he gave this woman. You know what I'm saying? He gave her personal game as if she was a woman trying to get at him, instead of giving her game as if she was a woman trying to get out the field. And the reality of the situation is, when it comes to the field, majority of the dudes is goofies. Like I say, I done seen the pimping send snagger teeth hoes out with bullet wounds out on the stroll, and they bought back exceptional revenue. So when this man had this average looking sister who made 6 figures and couldn't help her finding goofy making 6 figures as well, I had to say, maybe Kev credentials is not at a high enough level to coach women. Now I'm gonna just say that because it's clearly she was looking for the simping, and I done seen 6-figure niggas wife up broads with 6 baby daddies. So that's why I say maybe he shouldn't coach women. Now maybe he might be a great dating coach for dudes, but I'm talking about for females. Females, maybe y'all shouldn't be going to niggas like that. Maybe you females, because see, a lot of niggas don't understand that the game is neutral. A lot of these stupid ass niggas really think that the game is only for dudes. And then they try to talk about how they players and pimps and all this shit. This is how I know how stupid these niggas is. The game is for whoever got it. Any relationship, whoever has the most game is gonna be the alpha. Alpha is not just designated for niggas for dudes. So this is why I don't listen to a lot of these motherfuckers. They ain't gonna be like, oh man, check this dude, check the dude out now. And when the dudes start pandering to just red pill niggas, I be like, man, this dude don't know what the fuck he talking about. The game is gender neutral. So when you start taking like, oh, these females, they gonna hit the wall and all this shit here, and the dude, yes, that's true. We hit the wall too. See, the wall is neutral. When you start getting that male pattern baldness and now you need Viagra and all that shit, guess what? You just hit the wall. So you may not hit the wall physically, but when it's time to fuck, this woman gonna know, all right, this nigga need Viagra, or this nigga dick can't stay hard than 5 minutes, he done hit the wall. See, you got to preach the whole game. And this is my problem with dudes. This is my problem with these fake ass alpha male personalities and all this other shit that's going on YouTube. Don't nobody preach the whole game. The game is gender neutral. So this is why a lot of the students, a lot of these people can't succeed in the game, because they following people who not giving them the whole fucking game. So when you teaching it, you just gotta understand that, man. In my class, whoever wants the game, I'm gonna teach it. If I can help a dude fresh out of jail get a woman with 6 figures, which I have, I damn sure can help a broad who makes 6 figures get a dude with 6 figures. So, I'm going to just leave it like that, man, because I don't want to go into a whole diatribe on this cat. I don't want to go into a whole diatribe critiquing nobody anyway, man. Kevin Samuels is an awesome red pill content creator. He gave that broad some red pill advice. Yes, it'll be a hell of a lot easier for her to get a dude with an average job making 40 to 30K under 6 feet. I mean, it'll be effortless for her to go out there and do that. But that's not what she want. You know what I mean? If you come to me and you tell me what you want, I'm going to tell you how to get what you want. Like I say, you may not like the path. You may not like the information and the knowledge I give you that's going to tell you, you may have to change your whole goddamn lifestyle to accomplish this feat that you come to me asking me to help you do. But it will be a realistic means to get the job done. And I think as dating coaches and dating experts, we should do that to the people who come to us. We shouldn't be like, oh, we fuck it, you at your leave, y'all. So I mean, if I was a woman, I wouldn't go to nobody like that though. You figure it out, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how the dating advice is when he coaching dudes, but it sound like he's really up on his red pill shit. But like a lot of that shit also sounded like tricking game. I got to beat the young bitches off. Old niggas want young bitches. That's trick game, bro. You a bitch daddy age, she gonna look at you and expect you to provide the shit that her daddy provide for her. That just, man, can't nobody get around that, man. Can't nobody get around that, bro. Can't nobody get around that. This how these young hoes think. A lot of young bitches want older dudes because old money is easier to trick off than young money. Old money been around for a while. You figure it out? So that's that. But, more power to Kevin Samuels, man. I like the dude, man. I like his show. Supporter asked me what I thought about it. And I know you wanted me to go in on that bitch. Nah, I'm not going to go in on that bitch, dog, because I'm a dating coach. I'm gender neutral. So, I'm not going to go in on that chick. I went in on the game that the nigga gave him. So, y'all be cool on your stool and staying there cooking with 2 peas in the pot. They ain't cooking the stove ain't hot. I'm the professor. I'll holler at you.